How's it going, guys? It's Monday. This is a regular edition of Kayal Podcast Home, and I gotta say, decent weekend. I got some stuff done. Enjoyed myself. On Friday, I went and saw Black Panther. It's a good movie. It's very good Marvel movie. It's a good movie overall. However, it's got some flaws. So, I'm just going to talk generally. There was one giant plot hole for me in terms of, like, if A, then B. And it was good up until that point. It doesn't negate what happens, but it's like really? Like, okay. It's not as heavily connected as other Marvel movies. There might be a couple Easter eggs in there I didn't catch. There's the main antagonist, which is Killmonger, who is African American, and he's got a legitimate beef or a legitimate reason to be angry, and his way of thinking is what propels him. So, like, Killmonger is probably the best Marvel villain in a single movie. I don't know if Baron Zemo is the best. He could be. Jeff Daniels as Obadiah Stane was pretty good, but he was like there was a thing that he did that ended up, like, he didn't finish strong. Let's say, like, the first Iron Man movie, he was a great villain, but he wasn't as soon as he got into his own suit, he turned into an idiot, and you don't have that with Killmonger. So, the most heavily connected movie is Civil War. Like, this, like, the only movie that you really need to see to understand Black Panther is Civil War. And as great as the stuff around Black Panther has been, I kind of feel like people got gypped on Black Panther a little bit, because Black Panther, before Spider-Man became a thing for Marvel, before Sony and Marvel teamed up to put out Spider-Man Homecoming, Black Panther was going to be a lot bigger than it was, because Black Panther was in line to be the breakout star of Civil War, which he still was. But if you have a choice between Spider-Man and Black Panther, I think you're automatically going Spider-Man. But 238 million reasons why Black Panther should be considered that. Black Panther's CG was better than old Spider-Man movies, but not as good as Avengers 1. Avengers 1, to me, has the greatest CG, computer-generated effects in any of the Marvel movies. And Black Panther didn't break my top 3. Because, I'll be honest, my top 3 are Captain America, Winter Soldier, then Avengers, then Thor Ragnarok, because there are shots in Thor Ragnarok that are just beautiful. And I was trying to think of what the defining shot was in Black Panther, and there were some good ones, but I couldn't think of one. Like, there was no defining shot that I could think of in Black Panther. And same thing with, like, lines. Like there's lines that I remember in those 3 other movies that are repeatable, that you say them and people know what you're talking about. Now, this is me. There might be someone else out there who has more investment in Black Panther than I do, so maybe they're looking at it differently than I am. But I will say this: it's a good movie. The story, it's interesting, and there's stuff that you have to actually like think about. It's like Killmonger has legitimate reasons for being who he is. The people around Black Panther himself are just a little bit more interesting than he is. That's why Black Panther isn't in my top 3, because those top 3 movies right there, the main characters, or not even the main characters, the core principal characters are important. They find out things. They go through changes. Black Panther's big change is, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, shit. All right, we're going to change things now. Okay. And Black Panther as a movie is... Now, I'm nitpicking with all this stuff. It's still an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 score, but the certain things bug me. They recycled Iron Man 2 for this movie. It really is that simple. From the opening to like the plot points. If I say villain's father dies, or villain gets an upgrade in the final third of the movie, you like, which movie am I talking about? So I would recommend it. I hope you guys check it out. I did a whole thing on it in Box Office Bomb Squad on Friday, and I'm going to be shooting that one like in front of a... I'm not going to be shooting that one in my car. Like, I'm seriously considering changing the name of this place to Kayal Records in His Car, just because like, I like Kayal Podcast Home, but I don't know how serious everyone else is taking it. Okay, so on to other things. I broke out my capture card after trying for the life of me to figure out if I needed something to do a live stream for my PS3, and it turns out I already have it. It's a capture card. There's no other way to do it that I would recommend. So I'm trying to get it so that I can record myself and record what I'm doing, but that ain't happening. I went out on Friday looking for a PS3 camera, and I found one. And it turns out the PS3i is $2. $2. But when I went into GameStop, there was a couple other things I saw in there, so it wasn't a $2 purchase. I'm not going to go into details, but it's like, oof. It's like you see the thing that you've always wanted, and it's not that much. And so you get it, and you're like, man, that added up. But I can afford it. So anyway, on that one I could. I swear to God, if I see a, like, I'm trying to think of what my game is. If I see Chrono Trigger for $100 or less at a show, I think that's where I'm going to spend like the triple digits. I mean, it must be nice for some people to just walk around and have like 4-digit expenditures, hell, 5 digits, 6 digits. I mean, like on a whim, some people buy houses. I wish I had that kind of money lying around, but I don't. So, okay. So I did 2 videos, one of which is on YouTube right now if you guys want to check it out. If you want to see me play Street Fighter 2 Turbo, it's not the... I don't know, there's so many versions of Street Fighter. But the version I was playing was no Cammy, no Thunderhawk, no. I'm trying to think of the other two. Cammy, Thunderhawk, DJ, and Christ, who's the fourth guy? There's a fourth guy in the Super Turbo version, and I'm trying to think of who the hell it is. That's a guy. I don't know. Anyway, so it's not that version. I was playing Super Punch-Out. Super Punch-Out is as hard as I remember. I couldn't play it in the arcade because I never got it, like, the rhythm of it. Like, and plus, when you're playing in the arcade, it's expensive. It's really goddamn expensive. Like, if you suck, you could eat $1 in 2 minutes. Like, back when replays were 25 cents, it was like great, but then it went to 50 cents. It's like your expenditures doubled instantly. That's why I love when I go to a convention and they have free play. I was like, oh, because nothing beats the arcade. Nothing. I don't care. Like, you're focused on your game and you're playing either in a peripheral or on a screen that's right in front of your face, and you're playing in a way that you wouldn't normally play. You're not playing with a controller. You're playing with a like a stick. And if you're playing fighting games, and if it's a racer or a shooter, then you're immersed much more. Plus, you have the benefit of the lighting of the arcade, because usually they have they don't have super bright lights in there. It's not fluorescent. It's like usually like neon lights on the walls or whatever, and then you have the noise of other people and other games going on. So it's a different feeling. That's why I love going down to the Jersey Shore, because I get to go to the arcades and they're just all right there. But so I did Street Fighter. I want to do a series of them, and I'm considering redoing. So, I think I recorded a bunch of Final Fantasy 3 on what I had, and I know I'm sitting on the Metal Combat and Battle Clash footage that I did a while back. I've been sitting on that for a long time, but like, let me know in the comments, like, what would you guys want? Like, a playthrough of Final Fantasy 3 and other RPGs, because I have access to them now? Or do you guys want, like, different kinds of games where it's just, like, fighters, or, like, and another thing, too, I'm working on is I'm going to get a microphone. I'm going to narrate all these things as I'm playing, or I'll get commentary, or I'll have people over that are much more entertaining than I am to talk about these things. So, like, let me know in the comments. So, on to goals. I want to shoot once a week the box office Bomb Squad. So I just, like, talk about the movies that are coming out. I talk about whether or not, like, any effort was put into these movies. And then I talk about like the chances they have, and then I'll follow up the week after with, well, that was a dud, or that one, it blew up in everyone's face. Or because if a movie makes its money back, like in the course of a weekend, dud. Like, if it barely makes any money, like, over the course of the weekend, bomb. If it's like a success, then it's a soaring success. But, like, that's my goal. I want to do, I keep saying that I'm going to do chapters of Shield Lad, and I have to get one of those done. I wrote a script for the Comic Jam over the weekend. I want to look at the scripts that they have, like, because they're a comics collective, basically, and I want to look at what they're doing, what they're going to need from people, and I want to just submit scripts to those, just see if someone wants to work with me on any of them, and then other than a couple of things here and there, that's the plan. So on Friday, I want to have an episode of Box Office Bomb Squad, and like I want to have I want to do a live stream. Like I have the technology to do it. I might just do a Street Fighter 4 or no, Street Fighter 5. Yeah, whatever one I have on PS4. So my PS4 games, I'm gonna have to look into like expanding those, just because do streams of those, because it's the new consoles. It's much easier to do, much. So, all right, guys. Catch you around. Peace.